Systems are go. About 90 seconds to launch destination.
Mind you, we swore an oath of loyalty, but we are still senators. There's not more speeches in the Senate that will change the world. Rome is dying.
My legions are mustering as swiftly as possible. General Gaius, Julius Caesar, enough!
Senators, welcome back to episode 40 in my Stellaris Roman Empire campaign. In the last episode, the two awakened fallen empires formally declared war against each other and then demanded that the galaxy take sides. We chose to remain independent, reforming the Pax Romana into the League of Non-Aligned Powers, in which we were joined by the Kosher Trade League, the Dakarite Fragments, the Remnants of Ilaria, and the Pod Privateers, as well as their numerous subjects. This coalition was a declaration of war against the Corinth Restorers, the Carillion Regulators, and their newly pledged subjects, who also include the Tyrrhene Republic, who broke away from the Pax Romana in an opportunistic attempt to stab us in the back. This is total war. The galaxy is in flux, and territories are exchanging hands each month. Our megastructures continue to be developed, our economy is prospering, our colonies are expanding. But this war will be Rome's greatest challenge yet. Now, many senators have been debating the current issues, though Senator Borealis II of Gaia made a particularly impactful speech, so let's take a look. Emperor, senators, Romans, the Tyrrhene have lost any right to any sort of special benefits given to them as a consequence of being a member of the Pax Romana. They do not deserve to even be allowed to be a member of the new league. They are now only fit to be annexed as slaves. We've offered them peace and mercy not just once, but twice before. We offered them the ability to live in luxury in our space, to enjoy all the benefits that Rome had to offer, and now they have snubbed us. They have looked at what we had to offer and decided that it wasn't enough. We will punish them for their greed and arrogance. They enjoyed freedom because we let them enjoy freedom. They enjoyed peace because we let them enjoy peace. They are no longer worthy of either peace nor freedom and should be treated as such. Now, given the other recent galactic events, namely the Great Galactic War between the Xenos who think they are our betters, I believe it is now well past time to drastically expand our economy and fleet power. Dawdling is no longer an option. We can likely afford to double or triple our current fleet power to the point where the so-called awakened empires will quake in their boots at our extreme strength. That is, if they have boots. We need not care for what our bureaucrats tell us we can handle. If it takes a little extra work to keep our ships going, so be it. If we can prove that we are the true leaders of the galaxy, it'll be more than worth it. And those are the words of Senator Marcus Borealis II of Gaia. Strong words, as always, from heated debates within the Senate. There was lots of people going back and forth with what we should do next. There's a complicated amount of matters going on to cover. I'll be jumping back and forth, I have no doubt, between different things. Now, on the matter of increasing that naval capacity, I started to commission a brand new Strategic Coordination Center megastructure above this world here in the now newly named Starfield of Mars. So this was previously Barnard's Star, where we host our mega shipyard, where we gather before setting out to war. So that should greatly help with increasing the naval capacity. People were saying, maybe don't invest into Starbase's anchorages, maybe do the megastructure instead. I'm going to be doing both, essentially, and also still building up some of the Starbases, of course, to be very strong where we can. So, there's also the next phase of our military might, which is building the planet attack, or sorry, the, what's it called, the moon? The attack moon? Attack moon construction site, right. So we're building the megastructure above Lyrum VA, or Lyrum 5A, one of the first prime candidates we found for a moon that we can mobilize and turn into a weapon, similar to the way the fallen empires have done. Now, on further inspection, in between episodes, they've got a lot of these things, like an incredible amount. Some of them are huge. I don't know if we can ever build one as big as them. And I don't know how strong ours will be. But holy shit, do they have firepower. And that's just one of them. We saw that the other fleet up here, the Corinth Restorers, they had several of the smaller moons within their fleets as well. So I don't know necessarily how much each one is. For instance, they have 3 in this one. The damage output we saw was 23,000. Not sure what that translates to in terms of what's its individual fleet power. Not sure if we can see that. Doesn't really matter anyway, but they're pretty thick. They're pretty thick. So we know that both of these fallen empires, just to do another kind of recap, it's the Corinth Restorers and the Carillion Regulators, which have awoken and are fighting each other, as well as everyone who hasn't joined them. Now we have the Penthulan Progenitors over this way, with similar amounts of fleet power, but they're not doing anything. So they're not part of this fight. Maybe they'll show up later, they might join, or they might just hang around, stay fallen, perhaps until a time where they feel the need to rise up again. Okay, so my general plan to kick into things is to go for the Tyrrhene Republic first. They're at our backs. They're kind of annoying that they'll be eating away at our territory. They pose the biggest threat to us, surprisingly. Despite the Corinth Restorers being, like, you know, way bigger in terms of fleet power, they're way further away. Our immediate threat is just these small, tiny fleets that are behind us that may eat our territory, sever our trade, do whatever, and disrupt us. So I've commissioned this fleet here, the Augusta fleet, the one that's made up of all of our special types of ships, to activate, mobilize, move forth, recruit some ships, and hold Athos, while we bring up our other fleet, the 6th, that's been led by Varnaya Tankel, who we got from the, wanted to defeat the Vazarans. So, they're going to mobilize, move out to this way, they're going to do a jump right there. This way, we are boxing in the Tyrrhene. They're never going to get past these star bases, so it's fine. We'll just box them in, we'll then push in, take everything they've got, and annihilate them. I was questioning what would happen if we destroyed them. This is total war. I didn't realize that. As we push in, we'll take their territories, and we'll absorb them straight up. And that's true of all empires. Now, a very astute senator brought to my attention that within our new federation, you know, our inherited federation in a way, the League of Non-Aligned Powers, we have several of these smaller states that we need to look after, because if we lose one of them, if they get destroyed, our cohesion will take a massive hit, setting us pretty far back. Now, obviously, we want to build to get to level 5. The main reason is so that we can get that damage to endgame crisis factions 25%. That's not going to be useful against the fallen empires or awakened empires, but that's obviously going to be useful later on. So we need to make sure we hit that in time for such a crisis to happen. So we'll be looking to protect these guys. Now, I actually need to have a look around, really, it's where some of them are, but I know that the United Daweno Union are in a bit of trouble. Right? They've only got 4 systems. They're totally surrounded right now. There's fleets all over the place. So I've started sending some fleets down towards there. Once time moves, we'll see these fleets and we'll catch up on it then. So I want to keep everyone in the game. Everyone alive. And when by the way, when I say in the game, I mean like figuratively. I don't actually mean the video game. I actually keep it within immersion as much as I can, but I just say that, you know, you got to keep them in the game. Got to keep the players in the game in order for us to keep our federation ticking, keep them cohesive, build our strength, and unlock our damage potential. So, we're still in a war with the Ancient Eradicators. That's a separate war. That's also a total war. We're going to be continuing just to take out little bits of territory and areas there. We have Opsius. I've got him queued up to do a bunch of things, namely moving around a lot of these star bases because they hold us in place. But we're going to go for Sim, which is going to give us 150 physics research by getting the stellar particle accelerator that's here. And then we'll look to take out the rest of them. So I'm looking to fully absorb the Ancient Eradicators if I can. And just really play for time against the Fallen Empires. The main thing that I'm playing for time with is within the galactic community. We are, of course, the Senate is in session right now for enabling council veto power. Should that be enabled, which it seems like it's overwhelmingly going to go through, we'll be able to veto anything we don't want off the galactic stage. But after this, the focus is going to be for denouncing both awakened empires, and this will give us damage to awakened empires 25%. Now, the Senate's in session for another 1,000 days. We gotta wait for that to go through. Once it goes through, we'll force this in as an emergency measure, putting it right on top. Like, just forcing the Senate to immediately convene. No cooldown between waiting between resolutions. So So that is us using our Galactic Council powers to just push that through, put it on the Senate floor, and then hopefully everyone will agree to that. Once that's done, our fleets are then 25% more capable, basically, of destroying the enemy. So that's what we're going to be doing, playing for time to see how that's going to go. Now, the other thing is I'm waiting for the technology to come through for the, I can't remember exactly what it's called, like a neutronium gigaforge or something like that. It'll make us a lot of alloys. I think, according to a commenter, a senator, they said you can actually build the current one you want now and the other one on top of it later anyway. But I'm just going to wait. The reason being, I don't have that much influence. We're trying to build our influence to get our flagship, but I obviously had to just spend influence to build the attack moon. I think it was about 85, and then to build a strategic coordination site, which is about, I think it was like 200 or something like that. So no more megastructures now until we get our next flagship, our first flagship. The other thing is, I've noticed that their fleets, let's have a look at their composition, right? So not that one, but this one. All of their fleets seem to be particularly geared towards damaging shields and not so much armor. Okay, I'm not a big stats guy, not looking up any of the metas or guides or anything like that. I'm just going off my gut and some basic instinct of what it's telling me without really crunching the numbers or doing any experience on this. I'm seeing a lot of green for shields and a lot of red for armor. So I'm going to stack more armor on all our fleets. So I've done that in the ship designer, and they need to go and upgrade as well. So hopefully we'll prepare for that. They seem pretty balanced in terms of what they've got in terms of shields and armor themselves. A little less armor overall, looking at their different ships. And then they're using pretty copious amounts of strike craft, I would say. So I'm going to be kitting out, changing a lot of our point defense to actually use flak instead of point defense, right? So point defense slots can take either flak or point defense. So I'm going to put flak on them instead. So all of those corvette ships that are rocking the psi weaponry, we're going to be loading them up with flak as well, and then trying to get all the flak techs we can. And then we're going 2-to-1 pretty much on all the armor to shield. So hopefully that's going to help, and we'll see what we can do. Other people were mentioning keeping your range as high as possible to attack the attack moons before they attack you. Great idea. Haven't really configured anything to do that just yet. Don't know. Let's actually have a look. Their range is probably going to be equal to what mine is. So I don't know if, you know, their range is 250. I don't know if it's a good idea trying to hang back, really, to be honest. But maybe it is. So yeah, we'll have to see. I'm also not really too sure, just as an offshoot, how the range works for stuff like this. Like lunar hangars, right? These ships that are going to come out of the moons. It says the range is 8. Are they really only going to stay within 8? Because when you see a battle taking place, you see the strike craft like flying all over the place. So I don't know if it's like they can go anywhere, and then it's their... That's probably what it is, like their local range. Like if this was a strike craft, their local range is like 8. That's probably makes more sense. They fire... Yeah, that's probably what it is. So their capabilities of flying within a system seems to be unlimited. It's not their range to their ship. It's probably their weapons range to their ship, if that makes sense. All right, anyway. So hopefully that catches everyone up with everything. I know we'll be looking for a big decisive conflict, but we're going to be trying to bide our time for a while. Keep our Federation together. As usual, I've gone through a lot of the systems and built what we can, move some pops around, focusing more on alloys as best we can, both at Nemesis, the Vazarin starbase, the ex-Vazarin starbase that we've obviously claimed. So this is now going to be building more foundry arcologies, moving more people here over time, and sorting out all the unemployment and things like that. The same goes for Tenrithan, the Lost Planet. So that's building an industrial arcology, which you probably don't really need, but I'll just build it anyway. And then the rest are going to be foundries. So we'll sort that out. We've also built some gene clinics on these worlds, so that's good to go. Good to go. We also then colonize the entire L sector, L cluster. That's it. And I didn't really know what to name all these planets. Like, they're all just being colonized right now. None of them are done. And they don't really have any interesting story or history. You know, with different planets we've had before, we got to know them a lot more, like Gaia and Rhea. Naming those made a lot more sense. But this is just like a mass colonization of terraformed nanite worlds. So what I've done is I've just named them after emperors. Specifically emperors that were kind of in a row from, I think, from Hadrian onwards. So Hadrian, Nerva, Trajan, Verus and Commodus, Aurelius, Pertinax, and Julianus. So that's 7 worlds that we have here. So it's quite a lot. Or it's actually 9, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? 8. Alright, so 8 new worlds are about to become ours. Some people are giving me advice about, you know, you could kickstart all this up and then give it off as a subject. I like the idea of doing that. Like I said, I don't want to lose the nanites, I guess, that we make here. We make 3, and that's the only place you can get nanites. So it would be giving up that resource. Not a great idea. But I do like the idea of having a subject state. But we're in total war now with everywhere. So maybe we'll be doing it in future. Also, something I just realized that I'm not doing is I don't think I queued up... Yeah, I didn't queue this guy up to do the anomalies here. So let's just do that real quick. And then we'll continue. Let's see what else we get. Alright, cool. Is that it? Let's have a look at our situation log. Anomalies, victory, situation. Alright. You'll notice in victory, I actually haven't looked at this myself, our score was almost on par with them, but they're gaining score again now. So they're building up. Now their fleet power doesn't contribute to score, neither does mine. It's purely based on economy, pops, systems and colonies and things like that, so, and technology. So they're expanding and gaining. And you can see that they've built colony ships, so they're going to be looking to expand. Just become an empire, I guess. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Let's let time play, and as things happen, I'll catch you up on what's going on, I suppose. Now, of course, we've been having lag spikes on the beginning of every year. Different people saying different reasons for these things. Could be assimilations to do with psionic conversions that have been happening. Some people think it's the rolling of Fallen Empire stuff. It is quite coincidental. I like the psionic theory. That's like, oh, some people have become psionic and it's doing assimilations. That could be true. But it's awfully coincidental that this only started happening after the year 2400. And that's counted as endgame year. So I feel like it's rolling something to do with that every year. But I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But at least, as long as the game doesn't crash, I don't really mind if it's just going to have a big giant pause at the start of the year. As long as the game keeps going, I'm happy enough with it. So, you might be, you know, if you just watched the last episode, or if you remember, we had way more alloys than this. This obviously went into the construction of the attack moon, and also into the strategic coordination center. So that's where the alloys have gone. All right, so this fleet has now jumped. I'm going to start moving it this way. This fleet is moved up as well. Just going to keep them there for now.
Debris scanned.
And they'll get their battleships. Alright, it's the first of the year, so we have our traditional 1 minute silence for all of the fallen. Alright, cool. But yeah, so that's... Hopefully I've explained everything anyway, and the general plan. So just to go over it again. Gonna be going for the Tyrene Republic. Gonna be trying to help out the Da Wenu stay alive, essentially. And then just going to be trying to hold and bide our time to take out the... Oh, the Ancient Eradicators are going to be taken out with the Federation fleet. So we still have those 2 Federation fleets, which, by the way, we can't upgrade because of just some bugs, basically. So they're just here to basically do their thing and then probably die, honestly. They'll never contribute that much. If we get rid of them, we could then eventually build up a fleet for the Federation that would be as good as ours. If not, you know, as good, better even. Potentially, if they're the latest designs, they could do jump drives, and they could also be fit to counter the Fallen Empire. But right now, unfortunately, they're kind of useless to... Well, not totally useless. They're good for just capturing things, but it's sort of like an old rudimentary design that we need to at some point get rid of. And they can't jump or do anything like that either. Now, some people... Oh, speaking of jump drives, some people were saying, oh, they don't have jump drives for lore reasons. Yes, they do. But... Oh, they have them as well. Shit, I thought their attack moons didn't. Damn, I thought their attack moons didn't. Well, they have jump drives then. So expect them to jump at any time. I mean, I don't know if the AI ever really does it, but I'm going to assume that they will. So that's not going to work. All right. Because, yeah, people were saying, like, oh, you know, use your jump drives as your advantage. Like, draw them out and then just jump behind them. It's like, well, that might still work, but there's no guarantee of it.
Colony founded.
Alright, our colonies are being founded in the L cluster, I would imagine.
New technology discovered.
Nerva. Edict duration. Alright, so. Fleet command limit. I think we'll do that. Right, let's check in with our fleets. Classis 1 under Nona Orphidius is heading out towards the Da Wenu. Classes 3 under Mamericus. Plotius is out here right now. He's heading down through the Dagateni Kingdom here.
Station.
This is Opsius. Some people were saying put Opsius on the main fleet. Probably will actually eventually. Despite his Corvette specialties, I just think he's our best commander. He's a level 10. Is he? I think so anyway. Yeah, level 10. He's our greatest commander. So when the flagship's built, we'll probably give it to him as our greatest commander. Alright, I'm probably just going to be keeping the game on normal speed. I don't know if we can handle fast. I guess we kind of can, but the stuttering is a little bit probably annoying for you guys, but I don't know if you mind or not. An abandoned refueling stations. This is in the L cluster at Terminal Egress. This is the literal gateway system that leads to the L cluster. Surveyor was able to trace the fuel cloud around Gaul Unda 4 to its source, an old space station of unknown origin. Statius Licinius estimates the station to be at least 400 years old. He believes it was safely preserved for most of that time, but was recently struck by an asteroid, which destabilized its orbit and breached its main storage tank. It is clear that this station will not last long, and neither will its precious content. Alien fuel modifier added for 36 months, increasing our speed, survey speed, and evasion. That's really nice. I wish it was longer than that. Or we could just gain 90 influence. What is it, 36 months? That's 3 years. We're not going to have a battle in 3 years. Just being real. So we're not going to use it. We could get around the galaxy pretty fast though, which we do kind of need to do. The 90 influence is nice because it just means getting our flagship a bit faster. I mean, that's saving us just about 8 months. I guess it's not that worth it. We can, yeah, okay, we'll go with the speed then. Alien fuel modifier. Speed us up even more. Help us out when we're taking out the Tyrene Republic and such. One moment. My cat wanted to get in. My girlfriend just opened the door and the cat just came in, so I guess that was her. I gave her explicit instructions not to interrupt me. That's fine. Alright, anyways.
Colony founded.
4 colonies founded, all out here. So all the colonies are being set up. In between episodes, I'll sort them out, specialize them, see if we can do something with them. Alright, improved Stormfire cannons. Excellent. Gravity manipulation engines. So, just to make sure that that is what I think it is, that would be... God, I can't stop burping. That would be better thrusters, right? Okay. Large-scale automatic cannons. Gravity manipulation engines. Yeah, I think I'll go with that then. Sorry for taking so long. I do like afterburners, and it is cheaper, but this is a rare tech. Let's get this one. Commit to it. Alrighty. Let's check down south. So how are we doing? So we've made it to Hotram. We've taken that back for the Kosher Trade League. Nona is here with Classes 1. Alright, let's keep... Well, everything's fine. They're all queued up doing their thing. That's great. Let's check in on... not Orphidius. Opsius.
Under attack.
And he's doing his thing. We're capturing all these territories out here. Like I said, it's Total War, so we just capture them as we go. These ships are moving. You can see how slow they are in comparison. They still haven't even moved from where we initially set them off to go. And then the transport ships are right behind. In fact, we're going to need one of these to come back and go to the Tyrene Republic. Looks like we've got a battle against the Tyrene as well, so we'll have to check that out. So you're going to take this very weird route to get over to here. Okay, we'll just jump you then here, at least. And then it's only one after that. Good. Alright, let's check it out.
Technology discovered.
They came forward to take out our starbase. Our fleet has just reached this area. 30 corvettes against what looks like, what is it? 2 battle cruisers, 3 strike cruisers. Weak firepower overall, but no doubt some of our corvettes are going to go down in 1 or 2 shots, I'd say.
Hostile fleets.
Now, what the hell are those? Those are the Swarmer missiles, are they? Yeah. They're pretty cool. They're meant to disrupt overwhelm point defenses, I think. We're not using point defense, so it's pretty much lost on us. As you can see, they're just trailing off, going nowhere. If you slow down time, though, they usually look really cool. I love with this mod, the NCS2 mod, just seeing how all the weapons react and how things... It's way different than vanilla. The way battles normally go. Like, ships just don't move like the way they do in this. So that's why I like zooming in and checking it out, because I'm actually looking at the behavior. I'm not just like, oh, pretty graphics, although that's kind of nice. But I'm actually looking at the behavior of the weaponry as well, just to see. Even though I'm sure it's all just being pre-calculated anyway. But it's cool to see it playing out in different ways. We only lost one ship so far. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're going to take that back. Is there a planet here? No. Doesn't look like it. So this should just flip to us. Yep. Great. Alien machine. This again is in the L cluster. Further scans suggest the machine is still operational, though its purpose remains entirely unclear. Science officer Statius Licinius has never seen anything like it. Some of its materials look familiar, but most are strange and utterly alien as the design of its components. The machine has what appears to be a console, with one item standing out. A large, crooked lever of unknown material. Do we pull the lever? Or not? Pull the lever. An energy spike. As our scientists pulled the lever, the machine emitted a huge blast of energy that multiplied in shockwaves, twisting and rippling through the void, tearing open a wormhole in Tiberium. After the residue's energy diffused the wormhole and the immediate area around it settled and now appear to be stable enough for safe passage. As for what awaits us on the other side, our scientists are not so sure. The machine itself has returned to its inactive state and no longer gives off any anomalous readings. How strange. Now take it apart. Intriguing. Research the machine. Research the machine. That's crazy. So we pulled the lever in Jamor in the L cluster and it's opened up a wormhole at Tiberium. This galaxy has surprises for us yet. Now we're assisting research, but I'll take her off that just for a moment. We want to find out what's going on there. Alright, we got singularity bombers. Micro-singularity cannons. That would be good for an upgrade on a lot of ships that have that. Oh yeah, antimatter launchers. I meant to get this before. People were mentioning that I've left that behind for a while. Let's get that. That's the natural improvement to the neutron launchers that we have. Alright, let's find out what's going on at this wormhole, or where this leads to. Please don't be another hostile area. We can't handle it right now. Yeah, we'll extend the deal for more research. Thank you. Oh, this is just a regular scientist. She doesn't have her own exploration cruiser. Sorry, Sunshine. You're going to have to go back to assist research. I'm going to get an exploration cruiser. Better safe than sorry. What about Spurious Blandius? Blandius. That looks like one. I name ye Blandius. Wait a sec, is it? No, it's not. It just kind of looks like it, but it's way smaller. Sorry. Alright. Best just actually check where they are. So we've got two that aren't being used right now. This one down here in the center of the galaxy, and this one all the way out here. Oh yeah. Let's get this one. He's at the center of the galaxy. That's the galactic core. Won't take very long at all to get up here then. And his speed should be really fast, I think. Oh yeah, now he's moving. Takes a while to get going. So we're in combat though. And I missed it. I'm sure it's just us taking stations. Not a big deal. Alright, cool. So he's doing his thing. Let's check how we're doing down here. So the Da Wenu Union are still going strong. So let's start pushing back against the Dagateni Kingdom. Alright, good. Really not that much is happening because even when I let time play, time's just moving so slow. So 25,000 fleet power strength there from the Ancient Eradicators. Let's go engage. Devastation. We've come across another broken world from the old Vazarin, I think. The Starlifter infrastructure installed. I forgot about this. We're still building the Starlifter. I'm really, really high up for minerals right now. I don't think I'm going to commit to the final stage. The star's mass is steadily being extracted at an increasing rate, fueling the Starlifter's fusion furnaces with more hydrogen and helium. Yes, this thing is incredible. The next stage will be making 2,800. We're making 2,100 minerals. We don't need it. Let's just wait. We need the alloys more. And we don't need the minerals. And I don't foresee us needing the minerals either. How's the attack moon going? We're at 39% for the attack moon. And for the coordination center, we're at 9%. Okay. Gonna do a slingshot off the black hole to like launch us through the gateway at increased speeds, and then we'll come out at Sol. Jesus, the lag. Oh, the battle has occurred over here. One of our Federation fleets have caught the ancient eradicators as we were looking before. One of the dreadnoughts shredded. All right, cool. I'll just keep letting time play then. Just stay zoomed out. I just want to do a little bit more zooming in, as we haven't been doing it that much lately, but I know that it's really important to stay zoomed out for a galactic war like this, such as this. So let's go there and head down. Now this guy will go there and then head back up. What do they got? They have 8, 9, 10, 11k fleet strength, so really not powerful at all. Just build that. And then we're sending that fleet back, right? The transport fleet. There they are. They need to go through there. What we really should do as well is set up another gateway. There's a bit of travel time for the central part of the galaxy. And if we're going to absorb this, we might need something. Although I don't know if I'll be traveling to and from it that often. We definitely need a gateway down in the south. Maybe he could get one going. Oh, yeah. This is another moon site. Let's get this attack moon construction. We're going to need more than one. For sure. 85 influence, though. Look, those are the alloy costs along the way. And how long it takes. Oh my god, it takes so long. Oh, no, no, no. I don't know why it's showing it 3 times. It's really just 1 time. Attack moon movement systems. And then attack moon. So it's not actually as long as it seems. Well, let's get going now. 2 attack moons. Hopefully that's good enough. They have a lot, but I don't have the influence for it.
Colony founded.
We need 600 influence for the flagship, by the way. 600. It's pretty ridiculous. Just constant battles now all over the galaxy. We're at the galactic market station. Oh yeah, we're gonna get the galactic market now. I totally forgot about this. Excellent. Don't damage the market. Alright, good. How's the vote going, by the way? Yes, good. 800 days to go. How are the Corinth Restorers doing? They haven't really expanded that much. And what about the Carillion Regulators? They're pushing into the Traxian Empire. So if we want to have a look, they're at war with the Traxian. They're at war with everyone else. It's funny, the Sadrel Exiles, which many people pointed out, I shouldn't have let them stay independent. My bad. I actually thought this would end up being too easy. Shows what I know. Which is kind of why I didn't invite them. They've actually managed to stay neutral, just totally neutral. It's this, you know, kind of like the modern future Sweden. Or sorry, not Sweden, Switzerland. Of the world. They're staying neutral, staying out of all affairs. Not, I would have thought staying neutral, the Corinth Restorers would be like, oh, we're going to war with you as well, or demanding that they come in. Maybe they'll get them over time, but there's still a few neutral empires. Everything in gold here, they're all neutral as well. They're not taking part. They're safe. I think. Yeah, look at that, see? Anyway, in this timeline, Switzerland never happened, of course. Alright, good. So we need to land on this planet if we want to start pushing that territory in, but we're just going to keep focusing in now further. Scientist is almost there to go through this wormhole. I'm excited to see this. I wonder, is it going to lead somewhere else, or is it just going to be like, oh, it connects to some, I don't know. Like, there's nothing out here, right? Maybe. Have to see. Okay, how's it going down south? So we've taken this area. This is growing the territory for the Kosher Trade League, so they should be pretty thankful, I would imagine. Let's just do a jump into the system. Because I'm lazy, and then we'll keep pushing out this way. This, remember, is just to keep the pressure off the United Dawena Union, because they're after, look at that, they're taking 20,000 in there. Now we've got like 100,000 on the way down, so hopefully we just keep them going. This is actually their only planet. Oh shit, alright, hang on. Just go this way. You're gonna have to do a jump. Can you do a jump? You can. Yeah, just jump in there. This might be their only planet. I don't want them to die. There are transport fleets on the way. No such thing as free fuel. We're receiving a distress call from the surveyor. It appears that the fuel it obtained in Gaul, Uda, and Fear destabilized its systems, causing a catastrophic engine failure that ultimately led to a very large explosion. It looks like using a fuel from an unknown source without proper testing might not have been the right call. I'm not entirely sure what happened. So did it create a new nanite world? Either way, we're not terraforming it, so let's do that. Maybe that's what happened? This wasn't one of my planets, though, so... Yeah, not really too sure. Sorry if I misread that. Like, we got the fuel. We still have it, I think. Right? None of our ships exploded. Alien fuel? Maybe we don't have the fuel anymore. Well, either way. Doesn't seem too bad, whatever it was. Let's get that 7 physics that we have left over there. Right, you need to land here on Combine. You need to start pushing in. Thought I already told you to do that, but I guess not. Now, we've landed down here to interrupt. I'm sorry I'm jumping all over the place. Hopefully people keep up, but if these guys land that army on this planet, the Dawena Union dies. And if they die, we take a massive hit to cohesion. If we take a hit to cohesion, we lose XP, thus slowing progress towards reaching level 5, thus slowing progress towards doing better damage to the endgame crisis. So that's what we're dealing with. But we jumped here, so it's not a big deal. Hopefully we'll make it in time. Oh, interesting. My Juggernaut is here on its own. Yeah, they could go through here. Just take this on their own, I think. Alright, great. So hopefully that makes sense. And I think the Kosher Trade League just get all this territory. Basically, whoever has the claims gets it, so. The antimatter launchers are finished. Excellent. Resource storage capacity. We have just maxed out our minerals. Dimensional string sensors. Defense grid supercomputer. Starbase buildings. Titan auras. Space distortion module. I'll go with the defense grid supercomputer for now. Alright, so in society research, I want longevity. Let's do that. Crystal Lance Cannon would be nice, but we'll leave it for now. So how's our trapping doing? Seems to be doing well. Good, good, good. Everything's looking good. Right, so this army that's been building here... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, at Sparta, on the Ring World, I had built military academies and fortresses. So I'm raising an army at Sparta. Some might call them Spartans. Perhaps only in name, but still. So yeah, the Spartans are being created there. They're no better than any other army that comes out of like Saul, but they're better than anyone that comes out of anywhere else, just because we have the military academy here. So they're slightly better. Oh, and other people were saying you should cancel these to get your alloys back. You can't. I don't think you can cancel megastructures. I wouldn't anyway. So, and we're building our colony ships to get ready to colonize them. But that's not the one I was looking for. This is the one I was looking for. So these guys are going to go up here and land on Ostishi. They can just jump there right now anyway. Alright, great. Looking good. So 8,000. We've got 32,000. Let's just push in. It's not going to be an issue. And then we'll just queue these guys up to take more. And that's the Tyrene Republic. That's revenge. As the senators pointed out at the beginning of this episode, not once but twice have they sort of betrayed us. And we also didn't even subjugate them. We had an ally of them in our hegemony. You know, everyone else was a subject. We granted them citizenship rights and stuff like that. Which they probably still have, actually, thinking about it. But none of them actually made it to our empire anyway. So they're not going to be getting citizenship. They're going to be getting chattel slavery, if not something worse. In fact, we might end up voting on whether or not we purge. We'll have to see. I don't even know if we can we? Let's see our policies. Perjury is allowed. So we could do that. We could kill every single Tyrene, some Haitian of the Tyrene Republic, should we wish. Alright, the battle down here is taking place. As they bombard that planet, as they're trying to land those troops. Can't let them do it, man. Can't let them do it, man. We got here just in time, I'd say. It seems like. Oh, by the way, we found the wormhole. The Tiberium wormhole leads to? Oh, just... Okay. It's actually kind of nice, in a way. Gateway right here. Although, we have a gateway right there anyway, so... Yeah, sure, whatever. Nothing crazy then. I was expecting it to be like somewhere unique. But alright then, if that's the case, not a big deal. Just trying to think. Oh yeah, I could go assist research perhaps at Athens, seeing as that's geared towards science. It's actually pretty good as well. It makes like 300, almost 400 science per category, so that's pretty great. Don't know what the AI districts fix thing is. Just clear it. Don't like the idea of having it. All right, great. Things looking good. All right, everything's fine.
Another world.
Where is it's the first of the month. We gotta wait. I need to find Opsius. He's kind of carved out this little patch of territory here. We still have a little bit to go for the ancient eradicators. A lot of planets out here. We'll have to bring the fleets down, or the troops down. We're conquering worlds up there all the time, which is great. There he is. So he's after getting the sim system, which won't give us the accelerator site until we land troops here. Okay, then. Now, people were saying that something... They were like, oh, no, you got the broken clock. I don't know what that is. It just seems like a system with a ring world. I don't even know what the big deal is. I'm kind of afraid of it, though, because people were like, oh, it's real bad. Nobody told me what happened, though. They just said, I hope your game doesn't lag out with it, so... I hope so, too. I don't know if we should take it or not. Kind of more leaning towards taking the systems around this way. I'll stay away from it until it's like the last system necessary. God, what is taking this guy so long? Come on, Dexius. Alright, looking good. So, at the moment, we're shrinking in the Tyrene Republic. We're shrinking in the Ancient Eradicators. We're holding off the invasion of the United Dawenu Union. The two fallen empires don't seem to be really doing too much crazy that I can see. They do have all their fleets stacked in here. One of them's parsed out. We're only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps away. If we wanted to lose one of our fleets, which we do not. Alright, so the Dawenu Union are saved. Just barely. And then at this pulsar, what do we have? It's a very small fleet. It's a Magnetar, is it actually? Yeah. Under the blanket. Early reports speak of mysterious activity down below the surface of Nerva. Uh-oh. Analysis of the scan signatures points to a probable existence of a formerly unknown species. Our scientists are more than eager to attempt to ground up a ground operation to study them. These units could be dangerous. Take all and all necessary precautions. They have more important work to do. Just leave them. No, let's find out. Take precautions, though. Alright. God, look how many icons there are on the map. I can't believe the Yellow Federation is just getting away with this, the Interstellar League. Leadership crisis. After a brief scientific consortium, all resources and funds have been assigned and the expedition... What is this? Oh, it's for Nerva, right. So going down underground. After a brief scientific consortium, all resources and funds have been assigned and the expedition is almost ready to begin. However, they couldn't yet decide who should lead the expedition. They ask for your opinion. It's worth noting that during the complete duration of the expedition, the selected scientists won't be able to perform any of the tasks. The candidates for the expedition are Vospius Titanius, Titus Pomponius, or Surtur Cestius. Now, are they the ones that are currently researching? Titus Pomponius is. Surtur Cestius or Vospia Titanius. I have to have a look at this. Just don't want to put someone on who's definitely like really important or something. These are all the scientists. Okay, I thought we had more than that. There's no scroll bar here. So who do we have? Vopisca Titanius. Vopisca Titanius. Commanding the Marinus. Surtur. Busy leading physics research. Alright, let's... although he's a genius. Alright, she seems not the best out of those three. So let's do her. She was on a regular science ship, and she was the one assisting Tiberium. Well, we could get Drusus back here, or someone else. Oh wait, actually, we could just put someone else on this. We have scientists of it. Oh no, we don't. Yeah, let's just recruit a new one. A genius, eh? Let's get the genius. Let's take... Research speed 5%. Research speed 5%. Let's take this person off. Let's get this guy on. He's 10%. And you can... Tiberius Arsenius can look over Tiberium for a while. Megastructure upgraded the Sentry Spire in the Cicero system. So of course we were building a Sentry array. I don't know if we need to upgrade it any further, to be honest, because I think we can see everything. Like, I'd like to finish it, but I don't want to waste the alloys just yet, so we'll just leave that there. But I think we can see everything. It feels like. Alrighty. So where are we at? Let's have a look at what's going on down here. So we're taking the central point. She has no orders for some reason. You don't have it yet, so go to the center, please. Neurilgicus, is he in any harm's way? No, he's okay. They're moving back.
Construction online.
Right, we're really just waiting for the troops now. Are they bugged? I mean, I feel like I've looked at them a million times here, and they just aren't moving. They do have the right stuff. I guess time is just moving so slow. Look how slowly they're traveling across the system. I guess it's just time is slow. Alright, let's put it up to fast, see if we can lag through it somehow. Because yeah, now we're really just waiting on people to land on different planets and stuff. We're about to land on the planet here, Biroi. And once we do, we're going to be taking on all the pops there. But we should get the galactic market though for ourselves, reducing the exchange rate even further. The ground team. Alright, so our expedition has passed the first layers of the sedimentary rock and is reporting back. Multiple signs of artificial erosion around the walls indicates the presence of life forms. An estimation approximates that thousands of the species individuals are nearby or have passed through this very location. The team's proximity sensors warned the team of approaching heat signatures. Forced to stop. God, why can't I read today? Forced to stop. They heard rustlings in the rock approaching ever nearer to them. Should these aliens be aggressive, our small expedition could potentially be overrun within moments. Contact is imminent. To all units, retreat immediately. Get the soldiers ready. Protect the scientists. That's what I'm saying. Very eager to see what happens on Nerva.
New technology discovered.
Speaking of, let's get... let's make Aurelius, which I think is the biggest world. It's 23. Let's just see which one is the biggest one. 23. Hadrian's 25. Yeah, so let's make Hadrian then the sector capital. Let's create a new sector out here. New governor. Food, leader lifespan, or slave pop resource output. Let's do slave pop resource output. We might shift the Tyrene, the Haitian of the Tyrene Republic out there. Take their worlds for ourselves or something. That's kind of an unnecessary waste of energy. We'll see. We'll see what their worlds are like when we take it. Alright, the invasion is occurring.
Commencing planetary invasion.
Probably a smart idea to check what's there. Decent little defense force. First contacts. Vopisca Titanius orders the escort to hold back. With hesitation, a small unknown figure approaches our group. The scientist extends his hand to initiate friendly contact. The creature carefully smells the hand before rubbing its head into it. After a brief moment, a guttural moaning noise comes out of the creature. Suddenly, Vopisca Titanius gets rapidly swarmed by hundreds of these small furry specimens. These strange, innocent animals seem to be enjoy cuddling a lot. Add isolated valley to Nerva with the following result. Alien zoos can be built here. Did it say I could use them as slave laborers? Alright. Well, let's just queue up building a couple of these things just to start us off. I'm pretty sure I forgot one. Alright, and I'll just create some living space and stuff like that, and that's fine. And then after that, we'll specialize. Alright, so, defense grid supercomputer complete. Improved juggernaut, no. Energy weapon attack speed, lightning cannons, level 3. Tachyon lance, worse against shields, better against armor. They have less armor than shields, so maybe that would be good. What about this? I'm not really going to be using point defense against them, so let's go with that then. The Tachyon lance. Alright, let's hop down to this final system. They have 3,700 left, the Tyrene Republic. Now, not forgetting, they do also have here. But it won't take long to get over there and finish that as well. I just wanted to get the ones that are back first. How are the rest of our fleets doing? Let's keep this open and keep it on military fleets so I can always see that they're moving and doing things. Alright, good. What's down here? 9,000, 6,000, 300. Alright, no problem. We can go finish that off. Alright, cool. I just got a bit confused what I was looking at there for a sec. 300 influence. Now, how's the attack moons? We haven't had any progress reports on that. 87%. XP is now going down. Damn it, what happened? Why did we lose such cohesion? We were up +2. Oh, we lost one of our empires. Fuck. We actually lost the guys that put forth the proposal here. I meant to go check where they were. Damn it! Could have potentially saved them. I don't know where they were. I can't even remember what they were called. They just kind of emerged as like a one planet kind of area. Damn. Oh well. Well, this is why at least we're protecting one of them. It could have went down to -10. It's going to take a while to build that back up. It's also taken one of their envoys off.
Commencing planetary invasion.
So at least we've kept the Dawenu alive. Right, we've landed on Combine to take that as well. It seems like we took it immediately. I think that's going to be given to the Veldener, maybe? We'll have to see. Maybe not, actually. Oh, yeah, it has been, yeah. Yep. Alright, you guys, you need to make it all the way out here. Let's just do a jump. That'll make it pretty quick. Can you do a jump? Colony lost. That's fine. We just gave that one over. It's fine.
New technology discovered.
Alright, we're at 0 now, and we're attacking the last 5,000 there. Alright, cool. Gravity manipulation, so we have stronger thrusters, improved flak artillery. That's what I'm looking for. Let's go. I want to get flacked out of my mind. Alright, great, and we're constantly advancing down this way. So we're going to be destroying the likes of the Order of Enlightenment in order to clear up these vassals, which is kind of sad. But doing that really does mean that the Fallen Empires will just focus on each other, and potentially me, I guess. With fewer enemies to fight. So Opsius is down here in the center, is he? Alright, good. So you can start carving out territories down here. Who do we have here? The Veldonor Zealots at 20k. Great. Alright, all looking good so far. No crazy shock to our economy or anything with taking these different planets yet. The last of the Tyrene fleet has been destroyed out this way, so let's just quickly go out both of these ways, get these two systems back, and then we're going to be pushing to the right side to finish them off. Alright, so pretty standard, nothing too crazy yet. That's what I'm looking to hear. Attack Moon construction site is being built. The construction site for a future Attack Moon is now being completed in the Lyrum system. It'll serve as a staging depot in order to convert the mostly harmless planetoid into a fully operational battle moon.
Planet conquered.
Alright, 5,900 alloys, 611 days. I'd love to see it. Good. Our military capabilities are vastly increasing. How's the Strategic Coordination Center? It's at 70%. 70. Biroy's quite unhappy, the planet that we just took. They're going to be until I sort them out in between episodes. So let's land on Scylla, the tidally locked homeworld of the Tyrene. Finish them off. How's things going over at Hellas? 400 days remain. We can get all our colony ships to fan out. Is that it? And then this final one here. So that's a colony ship for every section. Ready to lay it down. Probably just going to keep naming them after different Greek city-states. There's quite a lot, so kind of makes sense. But I probably won't specialize them the way I have been with Sparta, Athens, Corinth, and Thebes. Alright, good. So no major... So what have these guys done? They have taken a little bit more territory up here, but it looks like the Kosher Trade League are pushing back with 100k. Probably not the best idea. They might get wrecked, but they are pushing back a little bit. Traxians are taking territory. Corinth restorers are back down there to push back. So it's constantly in flux. Everything is in flux. Meanwhile, we have good old Neurilgicus out here. Still doing his thing. 150 years old, level 10 out of his mind. Now, being that old, let's just check on him. How's he doing? As long as he's under 180 years old, he's fine. Good. The terraforming of one of our nanite worlds went ahead just there.
Initiating evasive maneuvers.
Okay, I can't believe as well we're staying within our Empire Sprawl this whole time. Which is pretty crazy considering we're just eating up planets and stuff. I guess some places we're giving territories over, but within the Ancient Eradicators, we're growing our territory. Let's turn off Union's map mode. Let's turn off that. And just clean everything up for a second. So that's the Roman Empire up there. We're also right here, and we're also right down here. If I go to diplomatic map mode, we're in the green, right? So that's us in green. So we've got all these territories here, 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 and here. And then there we have our purple allies, our red enemies, and then the kind of brownish gray or whatever, it's just the neutral. So not bad. And did I tell these guys to land on the planet? No, I just told them to do their jump. Alright, so land on bridge. And the machines are going to be deconstructed in these places. This kind of area out here is where I'm likely to create something like a vassal state, where we'll land on a few planets, move some pops over, try to set up the worlds to be kind of decent, and then just like create a big vassal state. They'll have my, as someone mentioned in the comments, they'll have all my technology and stuff like that, but you want to give them a good start to their economy and stuff, so hopefully we could do that. And that way maybe we can use them in the future, but ultimately there's no real reason to do that. I just think it'd be kind of cool to do. Never really done it before. As long as we stay within our Empire Sprawl, there's no reason, but it'd be kind of cool. It might help us out. Dark matter launchers, that is the next level to the neutron launchers, which we were at before. So I'll have to commission the upgrades in between episodes as well. So we just got our improved tachyon lance within physics. So XP is going down now, is it? Oh, XP just is down, but it is going up. It's getting better. But that's setting our progress back. So we're at 794, but every month we lose 5 until we get to about the middle and then push us back the other way. Pretty annoying. It's a bit annoying that, like, we kind of... The Pax Romana was hijacked by this League of non-aligned powers without my... I guess it was my consent in a way, but ultimately I feel like cohesion shouldn't be impacted by this seemingly temporary alliance. I think they'll probably all leave afterwards, so... Little unfortunate in some ways. So what do we have here? Starbase upgrade speed and build speed. Home territory fire rate. I mean, we might as well just enable them. It's all good. We have loads of unity. We're up to nearly 500 influence, so we're about 100 away. Maybe just like 150 away from having being able to build our flagship. So it looks like it'll probably be next episode by the time we see it. I look forward to seeing it. We'll put all this new weaponry we're getting on it as well. So, well, if we just have a look really quickly, I won't derail too much, but the flagship is here at the Jupiter class. So we had these things on it, neutron launchers. So we're going to be able to put the level 4s on that. I'll probably heavily reduce the amount of shields we have and stack more armor up. And then we have the flak artillery, but we're getting level 4 flak artillery, so we'll pop that on as well. I'll go through everything and make sure it's all good. Interesting about the psionic interceptors. Interceptors are good against other fighters, right? I think so. They're interceptors, so I'd imagine so. So that they will be quite useful. And then we have the level 1 javelin things. What are they good at? Shield and hold. This is relatively balanced, but I think we'll put the new tachyon lances on. The improved tachyon lance. There it is. So that's level 3. That's the arc emitter. That's the tachyon lance. It's kind of annoying the way they've done it purple. Better armor and hull damage. Yeah. Okay. I do like the look of the wave motion gun though. That seems really good to me. Alright, anyways. We'll look at that next episode. We'll have to wrap up in a moment. Let's just take out a couple little bits more territory, see what happens. The next year has been hit. So our annual minute silence. Alright, cool. This does seem to be largely under occupation though now. Vassal under the remnants of Alaria. System is occupied within the Da-Wenu Union. Oh right, the Da-Wenu who are here have actually pushed out. Good for them. Well, our mission, one of our missions succeeded, which was to keep the Da-Wenu Union in. So that's great. But another one failed. I should have paid attention to the small city-state that went, the planet-state. So that's a bit of a shame. But we're now here with the down with the Nur Assembly. And we can start attacking them. Don't know who's going to get that territory. We might. I don't have a claim on it, so I don't know. We have 52,000 alloys.
New technology discovered.
We're building up our moon. We have 95% for the strategic coordination set. So I'll wait till that's done, and then that'll be the end of this episode.
Successful.
New tech done. The improved flak artillery level 4. Sky Piercer artillery, which isn't flak. Anti-point defense. Pulse cannons. Birchworld districts. Birchworld's on hold, I guess. Yeah, let's go with the afterburners. Some ships use them, so it'll be a bit of an upgrade.
Conquered.
And then we have these two systems left to go. So Silo is just conquered. We have now Vicot's Pursuit to go. And then the one down here. So doing pretty good. I think we've lost maybe 5 or 6 legions. That's kind of a lot, but you know, for several planets being conquered, what's a few million soldiers? They've given their lives for Roman justice on the Tyrrhene Republic. Completed the strategic coordination site in the star field of Mars. Pump it up. Oh, they haven't come to blows yet. Gotta be keeping an eye on that. 104,000. Oh my god, they're right in there. So close to us, but they're backing off for whatever reason. Looks like they're doing that thing where they just decide, oh yeah, you know what? Let's go the other way. Hopefully they can fix that at one point in the game. I'm sure if they actually come next to someone, they will come back. They won't just be locked forever. Alright, Norilcicus has done well. He's basically taken all of this territory for himself, just running around it. Who died? Papiska Titienes died. She was the one that went underground just now. Well, at least she died cuddling all those little furry babies. She loved it. I have no doubt. Right, we've also taken the world at Hark Bridge, and Dexius is going to now do a jump, get to the next system, and keep invading.
Discovered.
Of course, our Spartans are being raised. We've now got quite a few of them, ready to push them out. Dexius might take over with them in future. And then we have a bunch over at Rome that have been raised here as well. Yep, they're still being created, because there's also a military academy here. Army starting experience is plus 100. Alright. Last technology of the day, the Crystal Lance Cannon Part 2, or Fleet Command Limit Increase. Let's go with the rare tech, I suppose. Alright, that is going to be it for this episode. So just kind of like, you know, tending to the smaller matters first, making sure our back is secure. We couldn't have them like taking territories behind us. That would be annoying. And it disrupt our economy, cut off our trade, mess with us. So the Tyrrhene Republic are almost on their way out. We have this little bit left to deal with them. Now that we do have the Haitian, by the way. There they are there. They are indeed chattel slaves. We'll have to decide what to do with them. Species is not being purged. How can we say that we want them to be? Oh, we set them as undesirables, don't we? And then they'll be purged. So a vote straight away on this episode is going to be for how we deal with the Haitian of the Tyrrhene Republic. So for a really, really brief history, from what I can recall, they were the first we ever went to war with. We subjugated them as a vassal. We eventually allowed them to be our equal in order to form the Pax Romana, and we gave them citizenship rights. There was something else that happened with them in between that. I just can't remember, because as the senator said at the start, we did give them 2 chances. I can't remember what the second chance was. Maybe to do with the Pax Romana. We also could have integrated them at any time. We chose not to. And we chose to give them migration and like make sure they weren't slaves anymore. So I don't know, man. We gave them quite a lot of opportunities, and I think for all those looking within the Pax Romana and looking to how the Roman Empire handle a situation like that, I don't know. I think a statement needs to be made. Now, I don't know. Slavery forever in perpetuity might be enough, but it's going to be up to you to decide, the Senate, for a vote on whether or not we purge the Haitian of the Tyrrhene Republic. Remember, they had 2 species. They enslaved the Bakari. And I never found out who was enslaving us. Never found out. But I have a sneaking suspicion it was them. Sneaking suspicion. They're xenophobic, so we gave them migration pact, and then that kind of thing started happening, but we also did for the Veldener Zealots as well, so it could have been them. I don't know, though. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.